Hello everybody, it's Sam from the Anime Outcast YouTube channel here, and welcome to my overview video for July of 2020. I got a lot to go over, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. Last month, I only watched like a grand total of like 3 anime. Stepped it up this month, 14 anime, which is a lot more. So I got a lot to go through here, so pardon me if if it seems like I'm rushing through here. But we gotta get this done. Alright, so I finished, to start off, I finished No Game No Life shortly after the overview video. It was really good. I gave it an 8 out of 10. It didn't, the ending, I think it's coming back for a second season. I don't know if there's been like confirmation of that, but I hope there is, because I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I did not watch the movie or whatever, No Game No Life 0. I don't really feel the need to. I'm not that into anime movies in general. So yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10 on my anime list. So yeah. Next, shortly after I finished No Game No Life, Nolan came over, and we binge watched the same night that we did our challenge video or our game video. We binge watched Angel Beats, and I gave that I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well. You're gonna see a lot of 8 out of 10s because I'm not that harsh when it comes to my anime list. 7 is the lowest score I think I've given anything. Then after that, after Nolan left, I started watching Charlotte, and I give that a 7 out of 10. No regrets there, because the ending was garbanzos. Total garbanzos. And it was a cluster. I'm sorry about any noise you guys have to hear, because I have a dog, and he's loud, and I can't. There's nowhere else I can put him. God dang. There's nowhere else I can put him, so... After Charlotte, I watched Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. Really good. I watched that for the specific reason of I wanted to watch something Nolan hadn't yet, and I gave it an 8. It was good. One of my favorite comedies ever. I feel like it's kind of like it's a rom-com, but it's more like a com-rom. I don't know, it's more comedy-based and kind of making fun of romance and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it, the majority of it. I like the character. The characters were the best part of it. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Now, Code Geass. Now this. I don't know how big of a statement this is, but Code Geass took my #1 spot on my top 5 list of my favorite anime. I enjoyed pretty much every second of it, except for like the beginning of season 2 was pretty bad. I give season 1 a 10 out of 10, and season 2 a 9 out of 10. It would have been another 10 out of 10 if the beginning of the second season was not so bad. The ending to Code Geass was good. I thought that was a good ending. I like how they ended it. They kind of wrapped it up in a tight little bow, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It's my favorite anime. Took it away from JoJo. Now, moving on, I wanted to kind of stick into the mech genre, and I went with Darling in the Franxx, expecting a lot of action and fighting and really pumped up action. And instead, I found an amazing love story that I loved and a lot. It meant a lot to me, and don't regret watching it at all. I guess people have some mixed reviews about it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. The ending, however, reoccurring thing, the ending, I went through a very in-depth depression phase over the ending of it, but I loved it. I think it was a perfect mix between romance and action. And my only wish was that it ended better. So after that, I finished High School DxD. I had already seen I like half of the first season, and then I put it on hold. Not a lot I want to say about this one. I gave it the entire series as a whole an 8 out of 10. More than one reason. Good action. There's actually a really good story if you can get past the main element. I'm sure if you've seen High School DxD, you know the main element. And most of you, that's probably the reason why we watched it. So then after I finished that, I've watched another kind of, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this one. But after me and Nolan did our challenge video, or while we were doing it, he mentioned this one, and I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. And it was called Mysterious Girlfriend X, and I watched it, and I actually really loved it, and I believe I gave it an 8 out of 10. If I'm correct, where is it? 8 out of 10, yes. The romance, you kind of got to get over the weird. I don't want to go into depth and spoil it for anybody, but if you can get past the weird part, and if you've seen any of it, you know the weird part. The romance is actually amazing, and I've been watching a lot. That made me want to watch a lot of romance-y stuff. So yeah, 8 out of 10. And while we're on the subject of Mysterious Girlfriend, we made another game video challenge thingy. But we're having some issues getting it to work with the editing software, because how we recorded it, and it's really long. Like, we recorded a lot of footage. So basically, whoever lost that challenge had to watch an anime of the other person's choosing. And I chose Mysterious Girlfriend, and so Nolan watched that and finished it. And he has to make a review on it. After Mysterious Girlfriend, I finished Citrus. I gave it a 7. Too much back and forth. The romance in it is so. 1 second they like each other, the next minute they don't, and then flip flop, and it's just going back and forth the entire series. The thing that I can say definitively that was good about it is that the ending was good. They wrapped it up great, and that's all I can ask for. Next, I watched, I don't know if I'm correct in saying this, but I watched Sugimomo, and I feel like it is underrated. I feel like it is a little underrated for how good of a show it really was, and I got Nolan to watch it, and he liked it. Another romancy type, but it's like an action romance anime. There was a good blend of action and romance in it. There's 2 seasons of it. One came out in April of this year. One season came out. The first season came out in like 2017. Second season actually came out in April of this year. The second season came out in April of this year, and it was pretty good. It was better than the first season. So first season gets an 8 out of 10. Second season gets a 9 out of 10. So if you haven't seen Sugimomo, check it out. I highly recommend it. Next up is Prison School. I don't know why I watched Prison School, but I did. And I don't know how I really feel about it. It's a good comedy. It's got good comedy, and I'll give it that. 7 out of 10. I'll leave it at that. Mirai Nikki. I finished Mirai Nikki next after Prison School. And oh my gosh, it was really good. If I'm correct, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Really good. Enjoyed it. If you're not into like yandere stuff, that's like the entire show. I don't not a whole lot I can say here, except that I enjoyed a lot of it. I am not a huge, like, dark, depressing, horror-y type stuff. This was, like, right at the limits for me. If you've got, like, a weak stomach or something like that, it's got an OVA, and I'm scared to watch it because I don't know if I want it to change the ending, because apparently it does. So, yeah. After that, I finished Kaguya-sama Love is War, and I enjoyed every second of this show. It made me laugh and smile so much. I think I smiled through, like, the entire show, and I'm pretty sure I binge watched the entire thing in one day. 1 or 2 days, something like that. I gave the first season a 10 out of 10 and the second season a 9 out of 10, for the reason that the second season ends so weird. I don't understand it. I haven't looked it up or anything, but apparently they're making another season, so I can wait. Also, I forgot to mention that Sugimomo is the ending to season 2 of Sugimomo. I was being kind of distracted by my dog, but the ending to season 2 of Sugimomo is a cliffhanger ending, and I hope that they make a third season. We haven't gotten any updates on it yet, so I can only hope. Same thing with High School DxD season 5, I think. Season 5, that's another thing I'm looking forward to. But apparently that's up in the air still as well. Back to Kaguya-sama Love is War. I love the whole dynamic, and the amount of comedy mixed with the amount of romance is, like, perfect. Like, absolutely perfect. It's just great. And if you want something that will make you laugh, watch Kaguya-sama Love is War, because it's my favorite comedy anime of all time. But warning, just because it has war in the name doesn't mean that there's no action, barely at all. I don't even know if there is any. Moving on to my last anime that I saw, Eromanga Sensei, which I gave an 8 out of 10. I finished this anime yesterday. It had its ups and downs. It had its good moments. It was kind of slow. It moved pretty darn slow. And the last episode of the season was just like a regular episode of the show, which honestly wasn't that bad compared to some of the other anime endings. That had a good amount of romance too. But it's kind of weird. The romance aspect of it is pretty weird. I don't want to go in detail about it, but just if you want to check it out, go take a look-see at the summary before. Yeah. Now let's move on to the manga section. And I recently got my hunk of a bookcase now right here to hold my beautiful manga collection. So I'll go over all the manga that I've read, which has also been kicked up a notch. So, starting off, I finished part one of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Really good. I've already seen the show, so nothing really surprising happened. But I enjoyed it. I will always enjoy JoJo for the majority of the time. Then after that, I got to this is the one I'm on. I'm on Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 5. I kind of slowed down on Fullmetal Alchemist a little bit. Mostly because I've gotten a lot of other manga to read. But so far, really good. Fullmetal Alchemist is, as always, really good. It's really long series. It's a pretty long series. So that's why it's taken me a while. But the series that I've mainly been reading is Death Note. And oh Lord, my goal with Death Note was to read This is the same with Fullmetal Alchemist. I don't know if I went over this in my last video, but I want to read the manga before I watch the anime. So this is my this is my first bit into Death Note, and I'm on volume 5, and I'm moving through it as fast as possible. This is my favorite manga that I own right now. It's so good. Great crime and psychological stuff. If you haven't if you haven't checked out Death Note at all, I was in the boat where I was like, oh my gosh, I saw the first episode of Death Note and it sucks. Well, the first episode of Death Note sucks, and I still go by that. The first episode I do not like. I think this is the most dull, boring episode of a show I've ever seen. But I watched the first 3 episodes, and that's all it took for me to buy a box set of the manga, and here we are. Also, while we're here, I might as well go over the new manga that I've gotten. I recently, for my birthday, got the Assassination Classroom manga box set. Haven't watched Assassination Classroom, but I'm willing to give it a chance, so I'll be sure to get to this soon, I hope. Also, just today, I bought the Tokyo Ghoul first box set, because I heard the manga is supposed to be really good, as well as the first volume to the manga of Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been up to this month. I got a lot done. I'm hoping next month will be, I'll still keep it coming, but I got stuff going on in August, so it could slow down again. But yeah, if you, here we go again. If you want to check out some of our other videos, you can go and check out my cover videos, as well as Nolan's rant videos, our review videos, our challenge videos, and I think that's about it. As well as our overview videos. You can go check out our overview videos. Anyway, if you like this, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, and share it with your friends, because if you enjoyed it, I'm sure they won't enjoy it. This has been me, Sam, from the Anime Outcasts. And I will see all you guys in the next video. Toodles.